Hi, this is Georgette Powell. I am having an interview with Adam Powell. He is part of the music scene here in Pittsburgh, and we are going to discuss that. How are you doing, Adam?
Okay, all right.
Good. I'm well. I'm well. All right. So I want to talk to you a little bit about the music scene here in Pittsburgh. You started doing music as a musician, correct?
Correct.
And what is your instrument of choice?
Percussion,
You're a
drums.
percussionist, okay? And you read music, correct?
Correct.
How does that work with percussion?
Um, it's not like typical reading of music, which you have pitches and different notes that you're dealing with. It's rhythmic,
Okay,
so it's just more rhythm based
all right,
as
all right,
opposed to dealing with there's A's, B's, C's, minors, flats, those kind of things.
all right, all right. I noticed that you have a music clef on your. Uh,
Yes, it's a treble clef.
okay,
It's also some smaller notes around it as well.
nice, nice, nice. Now, at what age did you actually start playing music?
Two or three.
Okay, all right. So you've been musically inclined all your life.
Yeah, all of
Awesome,
them.
awesome. And so, what types of groups have you played with?
Oh, I mean, I've done alternative bands. I've done jazz band, concert band. Done jazz ensembles. I've done all kinds of stuff.
Nice, nice. And what are you doing now with music?
Um, well, I'm very involved with the hip hop scene here in Pittsburgh. I have a lot of good connections, a lot of friends who are um, who are dabbling in the hip hop music. Production, engineering wise, I know some DJs, I know a lot of artists. So I'm really trying to keep my fingers in everything.
I know that you do some studio work. What does that entail?
Um, mostly recording and editing is what happens in the studio. There's always some composition to it, some writing, but mostly in studio work is mostly recording and engineering, just mastering and editing things, sounds, pitches, tones, that kind of thing.
Where do you get your inspiration for the music that you create yourself?
Personal experiences, life.
What what or who were your early inspirations?
Honestly, don't know. I mean, I've just, as long as I can remember, I've always been musically inclined. It was just kind of a thing that I always kind of knew I wanted to do. Was good at it very young. I really don't know what influences I had. I mean, I've just, like I said, I started when I was two or three. Can't really be influenced that heavily that young. It was kind of something that was always in me.
Okay, okay. Now, what would you say is your favorite type of music?
Um, Hip hop. I'm pretty big fan of alternative, which is kind of a genre of rock music as well. Um, but those are my two favorites.
So between hip hop and alternative, um, within those types of music, can you share with me what that sound is? Can you kind of give me something that sounds like that? Can you make a sound, like spit something? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, and
Not
no.
really. Okay, okay.
I mean, it's in terms of hip hop. I mean, it's based off of like spoken word, poetry, that
Okay,
kind of thing.
okay,
So I mean, that's more the writing aspect of it. And in terms of alternative, that's more instrumentally based. So you
okay.
have bands and guitarists, pianos, drummers all coming together. So I mean, it's really they vary greatly in terms of the actual technicalities of it. But being a musician and being
Mhm.
musically inclined, it's very easy to relate to both.
Okay, okay, okay. Is there any other type of music that you hear? Like, is there any other thing that you kind of hear in your head that you can relate to? 'Cause I know you.
I mean, I hear music all the time, no matter where I'm at. Just being musician. My ears are kind of tuned to hear music all the time. Um, so I guess in certain situations I have an ear for music more than other people who aren't as musically inclined. Um, so I tend to be able to pick out and pick up different things from different places and just being everywhere, to meet commercials, being out in traffic, you always hear people playing music. I'm always picking up sound and stuff from everywhere.
Okay.
My ears are just kind of tuned and trained for that.
Okay. Now I know that you and your brother are both into music. How do how what is different about the type of music that you do and the type of music that your brother does?
The main difference, I would say, would probably be writing styles, just composition styles. Everybody has their own kind of way they do it. Um, in terms of the music aspect of it, really not too many differences. I mean, we both do hip hop, so we're both pretty much working with DJs and producers who make instrumentals or beats, as we call them.
Mhm.
But the main difference, I would say, was probably the writing styles.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything else that you want to share with me, just in terms of the music from your heart?
I mean, that's the way it should be done. People who truly love music, like myself, I mean, it's natural. You know what I mean? It's not really something you have to work at or anything like that. I mean, I really don't look at it as work. It's something you're born with. It's always something you have. I'm always thinking. My mind is always processing. I'm always taking different things that happen in life and just being able to express those by the actual sitting down and writing and making them rhyme and those kind of things. But I mean, I take the craft very seriously just because I am so musically based. So if it's in you, it's not really something that you have to work at. It's kind of there. I mean, we all develop it. You practice. It's like anything else, like a sport. You practice and to keep your skills sharp and whatnot. But in terms of being a musician, I mean, it was really people who are truly meant to do it. No, you know what I mean. If you have to if you feel like you have to work at it or you want to develop it, it's not really. I wouldn't necessarily say it's for you per se. I mean, people like me who are born to do music, you know,
It's an expression of the heart.
exactly.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking time with me today.
No problem.
Have a good day.